everyone, my name is Mitz, and here we are entering back inside the house in Fata Morgana. We are now slowly ending this chapter of this door, and it's become increasingly apparent that the friendly and pretty much very friendly and agreeable Maria has pretty much been playing as a double agent for both sides, with her childhood friend Jacopo and trying to be an ally for, well, we still know her name, and it's still funny that we have to call her girl, the white-haired girl. And it seems like her plan is coming to fruition of, like, driving a giant wedge between the two of them, acting as the middlewoman with their letters. Yeah, back and forth, since they won't talk because of all the manipulating she did. And what I would assume is, maybe even more on her part of, like, even manufacturing the entire situation itself. Not even using the given situation when she joined and got employed here to her advantage, but no, she actively manufactured almost everything. The only thing I don't know is two things. One, that gun has to come up, the gun that she was given from Jacopo as a kid, and they mentioned before they have it. I can't remember like when it was brought up again in the present day, but look, they brought it up, they mentioned it twice, it's Chekhov's gun, okay? The only thing that would make it even more predominant that something else is gonna happen is they literally named, or like literally Jacopo's dad is literally, his first name is named as Chekhov, okay? There's no other way it's not getting involved. That, and I don't know exactly what Maria is exactly planning, like the reason why. I can come with theories that she like actually wants to get Jacopo down, like ruin the family name, I guess, but like after that I have no idea what she's up to. But it's gonna be a whole thing entirely to see like why she decided to focus on this relationship itself instead of like maybe other aspects. But I guess that she's in the house, this is the closest she can do when she's working with someone else, like in her family, or it's the family organization. They can do like things to ruin Jacopo's name from the outside while she ruins it from the inside. It might be that, but let's see how this goes. The white-haired girl's persistent letters did not improve anything. They simply stoked the flames of misunderstandings. This continued for several months. Oh my god, Jacopo. Oh my fucking god. Though outside the sun shone with the gentle warmth of spring, the cold, bitter winds of winter till relentlessly blew between Jacopo and his wife. Not allowed to leave her shed and never receiving a reply to her letters, the white-haired girl's only source of information was Maria. Like, oh my god, I swear, like, it'd also make a lot of sense if, like, after all these letters, like, they talked a bit, and, like, again, Jacopo misunderstood what she's saying when they were right talking to each other instead of, like, him, not doing the letters. If they was misunderstanding there, oh my god, that would definitely, like, by that point, it would be understandable why, but, like, oh my god, several months have fucking passed, what is up with you, Jacopo? God damn it. Week after week, her circumstances remained the same, but something else was beginning to show signs of change. Her mental state. Yeah, after, like, for so long, honestly, yeah, I can personally contest, yeah, that would ruin anyone's, like, state, honestly, and break them down a bit more, yeah. It's pointless, madame. You're only wasting your time at this point. I saw him throw your letter into the fireplace. He's not gonna read anything you write, no matter how much of your soul you pour into it. From what, like, I wonder what would be the next best thing for, I guess, the girl to do, honestly. Locked away in a shed, can only send letters, like, and since she doesn't know what's going on, what's happening to the letters themselves, the only thing you really, you don't even have, like, the idea that someone's messing your letters entirely, so, it just feels like nothing is honestly gonna work, honestly. The only thing, because I guess in a weird sense, like, she was, well, halfway kind of decently right. Well, even then, like, when she was thinking about her flashback to, like, their first, I guess, quote-unquote honeymoon after her marriage, like, she thought she saw something that wasn't really there. Like, I guess kind of her instinct was kind of right, although not for that memory. Like, that memory, he was completely just, nah, I'll just get what I need from this girl and just move on. And it's only after that he just changed his mind a bit before Maria came along and slowly, like chipped away at this whole entire ship. And it started poking holes into it, and it's now sinking and drowning everyone. He cares more about money and work than love. That's the kind of man he is. Just give up and file for divorce already. How can you in this situation? Is that actually what she's aiming for, the divorce, actually? That, like, well, I know, like, like, what was it, actually, like, that's what she wants the white-haired girl to do, and then it's all gonna seemingly end with the Tragapo is, fully convinced, or, like, hits a breaking point. He said he's gonna kill her. Maybe with that gun. No. No. I'll get through to him. Everything will go back to normal. I have faith. My letters may go up in flames, but my faith will not be lost with them. As long as I keep writing, eventually I will get through to him. So I cannot stop. I cannot. Do you have any idea what he says about you, madame? Jacopo doesn't trust you in the slightest. He goes around calling you a witch. Well, I mean, that's kind of a common thing in every single reincarnation. A man-eating devil woman. It's awful. There's no one as pure and beautiful as you. He says I'm a witch? Listen to me, madame. He never for a second actually loved you. He just wanted the influence attached to your name. Wanted to mingle with the upper class. He used you. But last year, when we went out together, like, okay, like, if we're talking about that same memory, like, just stop. If you're thinking about other memories that happened after that point before Marie came, sure, go all that. He gave me the Fennicus wheel at the photography shop. He had the owner make it especially for me. You can argue for appearances too, which kinda, yeah. He was trying to win your favor. If he really cared for you, he wouldn't have gotten you a paper toy. He would have gotten you something like a ring or a necklace or some perfume, a nice dress. Something women really like. Point. Pin in that. Has he ever given you anything like that? He doesn't have any feelings for me. Well, doubt isn't seeped into her now, honestly. I'm more surprised it didn't happen sooner. I'm sorry. I also noticed that I'm, thinking back to it now, almost a lot of, like, Maria's sprites, except for the one where she's, like, you know, obviously smiling, her mouth is always slightly agape. And I don't think I noticed that with any other sprite for other characters so far, except for, like, you know, obvious, like, screaming sprites, like, where their mouth is, like, wide open, honestly, and they're screaming at someone. I don't think I've ever noticed that in any other character sprites. I wonder why they decided to give that to her, honestly. I just couldn't stand to see you going through this, but I don't know when to shut my fat trap. I went too far. Last thing you need to be doing is hurting you worse. You know, everything I've said. Your unwavering dedication is really impressive, madame. It's also it's going against my plans. I'm like, God, I had to be this patient for, like, months, like, almost a year. God damn it. I know it's that you get a divorce, but to be honest, part of me kind of doesn't actually want you to split up. Despite knowing you staying with him is just causing you pain. You made it this far. I'd like to see you make it all the way. Maybe you actually will start paying attention after this next letter. In the next letter, the ones that's definitely going to the fireplace. Your sweetness can melt even as hard as steel. Yes. Yes, you're right. I will keep waiting. Keep writing. And I will not divorce him. Yeah, alright. So please, keep deleting my letters to him. You're only my only remaining connection to the outside world. Oh, yes. One more thing. If it's not too much trouble, could you tell me how he has been and what he's been doing lately? I do not have much else to write about. I'm more surprised you still have material after several months straight. Oh my god. Like, I can imagine that, like, if you, like, write a letter a day or, like, every week, like, I would assume, like, after, like, maybe 2 or 3 months, you would just, I've already been, like, scraping the bottom of the barrel, honestly. How did you have so much material to write about for several straight months? God damn it. I am his wife, after all. I should be able to do that much for him. I am his wife. Her dedication to him was perhaps closer to obsession. You know, it's probably the apt way to put it, and, well, I was gonna say something else, but no comment. I don't want to keep bringing that up. But she did not seem to be conscientious of the fact that her obsession was killing her. She was visibly losing weight, and her spirit was breaking down. It is said that emotions fade with time, but the opposite can also be true. Yeah, I guess so. The act of waiting, of fervently believing for so many months despite the object of one's affections not returning them, can tear apart a person's heart, crush their soul, and shatter their spirit. No matter how radiant, how thick-skinned they may be, with enough time, it'll wear anyone down. Yeah. No one is immune. Not even the disease itself. The disease even breaks itself down from the inside out if given enough time. It's pointless, Shikapo. Wait all you want, you won't get her back. If she's gonna be writing letters, she could at least write one for you. She looks so pure, pretty as an angel. But God almighty is only how she looks. You changed a bit. Excellent. What? Have I? The old you would be yelling and screaming, chomping the bit to go storming on the madame. Now you just quiet. I'm just a little tired. You could break it off then. What? You've already made a name for yourself in high society. Nobody's gonna suddenly start ignoring you. You've more than put her family name to good use. To put in your own words, it's no longer necessary. This isn't something I really want to say, but I'm gonna say anyway. The Madame has never liked you. She was married out to a total stranger and forced to leave her home. I'm sure she felt very alone. And so she sought the companionship of other men. Anyone who wasn't you probably seemed quite attracted to her. So without getting violent or threatening to kill her or anything, just end it already, quietly, without a fuss. It'll be easy for you that way. I wonder if she's like slowly manipulating to him, it's like reverse psychology. Don't kill her, do this instead. You know what, I'm gonna kill her. Yes, no, don't do that, no. I cannot. Because you still love her? That's wonderful, Jacopo. Not wonderful for me. After everything, you still love her. Not just blind, slavish devotion at this point. Perhaps it is a foolish, unhealthy obsession. I still do not wish to sever ties with her. I cannot get the image of her smile out of my head. A look of utter elation in her face, she looked through the phenakistoscope. Again, it's a mouthy word. Those captivating eyes beneath the veil of her wedding. I will never, for as long as I live, forget those sights. Come be surprised. You're a sentimental one. Well, I guess you've always been kind of mushy, haven't you? Mushrooms growing on the side of the country. True to your heart, despite how you may look. That's not a bad thing, though, in my book. There's nothing but pain in it for you now, but all you can do is wait until she stops writing. But don't worry, if you need to let off some steam, I'm all ears. But your ears are covered up by your hair, though. You can't be all ears, there's only 2 of them. I'll be here for you until she breaks off with the other men. No, that'll not be necessary. What? I know very well things cannot continue as on as they are forever. I knew from the beginning and still couldn't do anything. This time, I'm planning on facing her myself. God damn, finally! But like, I mean, fucking impressive, honestly, if there's still a giant misunderstanding then. After that point, even if we already know what really is happening, then at that point, there's really nothing you can do. Because of the one final chance in a situation with, both sides, like, not knowing what's going on in the other, and they try talking, it still turns out in the same misunderstanding, then, it's kind of hard to come back from that point. Unless something else miraculous happens, based on this. You serious, Jacopo? No, don't do that. No, it plans to be ruined. Yes. I've relied on you for too long. I was afraid of what I might do to her. I don't want anyone to find out that my wife was being unfaithful. I thought the best way to ensure that was by locking her up away from anyone else. Do the other maids in this mansion just not gossip around outside of the mansion here? Do they just not? I was wondering, like, even if they didn't know about the whole thing of the madame is, like, being unfaithful, wouldn't it just be a weird thing entirely to, not bring it up outside of, this manor, honestly? Like, someone's locked up their wife inside their, like, destroyed rose garden. Like, why wouldn't it ever come up again? Like, I feel like that's, like, what Maria's trying to go for, whether it's death to the white-hair girl for whatever reason, or, just ruin the name, like, that would be the best course, too. Like, let hearsay, honestly, and actually, like, true events, like, true gossip actually make their way and, like, worm outward, and, like, start spreading through the cracks, and widening them. The situation is not going to improve unless I do something. If I allow things to continue as they are, sooner or later word of her infidelity will leak. I'm more surprised it hasn't. Before that happens, I must face her myself. I must do something. It's probably best if you didn't. It's probably best, please. I'll tell her anything you want. Make sure things start improving. I appreciate everything you've done. I apologize for getting you involved in our troubles. I'm gonna end it now. No, I must put an end to it. It's a problem between me and her. You might get violent again if you go see her face to face. Yes, I might. I just know it would look rather bad for me. Let's reach a point where, until the two of us face up to each other, it's never gonna go away. It's gonna be far too long. I wasted too much time trying to find a resolve. I see. Also came to mind, like, if, like, the white-haired girl actually heard, like, a Magicapo accuse her of being unfaithful, wouldn't there be, like, she'd make a letter talking about that, or addressing it, maybe? Like, that, or, like, during the whole thing, she didn't think it was necessary to bring it up? I'm also trying to think of, like, it all makes sense why she's approaching the way she is. I'm just wondering, again, after several months, like, oh my gosh, all my lovey-dovey material, all my fun times with him is running out. It's running so dry. Can I talk about this? Talk about that? Or, like, try to address what happens? Oh, yeah, well, I forgot she, can't really, she doesn't want to stand up or talk back, so I guess it makes sense, but, I would think, like, maybe a line or two in a letter, just, like, saying, like, maybe that or what else would just stop it. But even if that does show up in a letter, honestly, Maria will probably cut that out. Or I don't think of other ways of, like, how she would have, been able to convincingly, get rid of that line. Or it's smudged. Honestly, after many letters, and there's some stuff that's, like, way more smudged, honestly, I bet she could literally just spin that as a whole, like, something else happening. It only happens for a rare few letters where she has to, like, change more than she already has the letter address, honestly, and, like, maybe some small details, maybe. She can literally just, censor, like, giant, like, lines, honestly, and just blame on something else. As long as it doesn't happen too often, she can get away with it. Like, after certain months, like, there's only a few letters like that, then, yeah, then she'd be right as rain. You need a way to break the ice, then. I thought you decided you need a way to break in, but he put her into that cabin. Break the ice? Right. If you got some convenient excuse to talk to her, it'll reduce some tension and make it easier to bring up what you need to bring up, right? Oh, this is the next best thing for her to, weasel way into the the way to, get to go where she wants. I was expecting it. Ooh, here's an idea. That transcontinental railroad you've been funding. All the way from Pennsylvania all the way to the West Coast. That's supposed to be opening up pretty soon, isn't it? I swear, like, I'd be more surprised if it doesn't take place in Pennsylvania. Like, probably New York or, well, like, I forget. What would, like, I'm trying to think of, like, would, like, the first would a very big train yard be in, like, one of the, I guess, first, I guess, states in the United States, to be, have, like, a, I guess, main headquarters for railroads and extends outwards. Like, like, when pilgrims, like, first came to, like, to the United States, honestly, and, like, made a home, like, in the more like northeastern parts of the United States, like there'll be a headquarters up there, and then like extend outwards like that. Wouldn't there be a headquarters there? If it's not in Pennsylvania, there must be one up there, but I can't remember exactly geography, like which way the Pilgrims actually, like what area would they have like landed on? Probably historically on the continent. I can't quite remember. Yes, it is. There'll be a message by telegraph when it happens, right? You can ask her to be there to hear it. And you can invite her to ride the first train and record the first train, and I'm shown the theater, and everyone starts screaming. You put your heart and soul into this project, and it's finally been realized. It's gonna be an amazing day for you. A day like that's ripe for more good things to happen. The very first train? The very first train. The first train for this, like, company, I guess. It's gonna be the accomplishment of a lifetime. Don't look so down the dumps. You're sending trains across this massive continent, carrying them on the people of this country's dreams. Yeah, the American dream. Great Gatsby, what? Who said you can't stick a dream of yours on your own on it too? Right. Yes, you have a point. I like how my little next sarcasm. If the white-haired girl's autistic, then that would definitely be the best subject, honestly, to bring up, because every autistic person loves trains. I can attest to that. Yeah. A railroad that spans from coast to coast. She's a sickly girl, which makes long trips difficult. But this new rail system should make them less straining. It will allow me to show her the world. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm getting excited myself now. It'll go great, I'm sure of it. Yeah. Well, now she's like, kind of almost expertly kind of cheering. Okay, fucking just musical sting. Like, that's the one that gets to me. Musical sting. Ah! Evil time, let's go! Oh my god, I lost my train of thought immediately, god damn it. Oh god, my fucking sides. This is so they're goddamn right, the both of them. I mean, after this many months, honestly, yeah. You keep on trusting me and keep on getting hurt. They don't have to be going through any of this. Oh my god, Maria, you're terrible. And these people call me the Holy Mother. I bet the real Mary's rolling in her fucking grave. Now, serious face, go. I must say, I was expecting you to make a move, Jacopo. I'm more surprised, like, I would think you would, at some point, he would try to. Or if ever, if he could. A shame that. I gotta put matters in my own hands, grab knife. Screaming loser, paralyzed by insecurity, is a better role for you. If you end up figuring it out, tough shit. Doesn't hurt anything, takes a bit away a bit of my fun. I understand why he's so infatuated with this railroad. I do sort of get romanticizing steel, but my kind of steel is a little smaller scale. Anyway, I suppose it's about time to get things moving. I swear if it's not a knife, then I have no idea what you're talking about. Fucking stainless steel knives. No matter how this plays out, you will not have a happy ending, Jacopo. You're gonna get a real taste of just how much I despise you. Maria! Oh, Maria, there you are! You were screaming and laughing all through the night. This is your... Who knows how many times you're doing this. Is everything okay? Do you need to go to the mental asylum? What is it? I'm on break right now. You were sent to clean the cellar today, weren't you? Well, head maid saying it hasn't been done yet. I did, I cleaned it. Just casual once over, but hey. Well, do it again and do it right this time. Because if you don't, it's gonna fall on me. Let's just make me give a damn. Mean it. You take care of it. You get enough special treatment as it is. Yeah, right. I heard you the first time. I'll take care of it. Don't you forget. Oh, for God's sake, why should I be the one to tell her? So no one likes, none of the maids like talking to her, honestly. Oh my god. If she didn't manufacture all of them, oh my god, to like hating everyone else, and oh my god, that just means all the maids just hate all 3 of them equally. Oh my god, that's kind of funny. Is she gone? Can I go back to maniacally laughing now? Okay, good. Ugh, what a pain. Who cares the damn cellar's clean? Not like anyone's bringing guests down there. Yeesh. I mean, do you store food down there? I mean, I guess. If it's literally just storage room, I guess a bit lenient, but still. I mean, the dust mites, the dust bunnies. You don't want to have a whole ecosystem down there, just dust animals, right? No, no one wants that. Unless you want to become a farmer for the entire house. Now being a dust rancher, huh? That's a thought. Guess I should take care of it. Rather than a tongue lashing by a head maid. The sound of it seems like when she's cleaned the cellar, that's when he's gonna try talking to her. Something special's gonna happen then. God, why'd it be a maid anyway? What were you trying to go for between that then? Hey, look, the cellar where I think a giant massacre happened down here. Well, on a different continent entirely, in a different place. The blood's probably all gone, or maybe the quote-unquote beast there, literally licked it all up from the ground. Tasty, tasty, wine-ish blood. What a dank place. It's so dark and humid down here. Makes me feel gross. I can't tell if it's just me, but it feels like it's lagging a bit. The game. Oh yeah, it's kind of lagging a bit. Someone there? Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? The beast just shows up from a different time period all of a sudden. Came from farther in. It sounded like something smacking, like metal, maybe? I can't quite tell like what material that is from just that small sound clip. Oh, it's too dusty back here. The one server you did wasn't good enough. The dust bunnies have taken over. Who was to clean this last week? I'm gonna clean the whole thing next time, damn it. This makes my job harder. Disgusting. Ah, asbestos. Damn cobwebs. Oh god, oh dear god. I did not want to clean this. How? Oh, for God's sake, that's set this up properly. I gotta fix this whole mess. For the love of... What's this? Something carved into the floor. Never noticed before. Someone got bored one day. Just A plus C. Just casual, like, heart initial stuff. What do we have here? It's mostly illegible. Let's see. It's not written in English, my native language. But it's not modern. It's really archaic. Why on earth would an old form of my country's language be carved into the floor of a mansion built here in the New World? Most of it's illegible, but I can make out one section here. Our lives. Our lives should be forfeit to the witch's curse. Nevertheless, we must lay bare those of sin upon their souls, for the redemption of those whom are pure. Should ye mean not to spell your curse, we implore you, O witch, to mark with it only their bloodlines. The blood of the sinners flows through those who dwelt within this house. But not I. I will not live in this house. I'll live in the outskirts. I'll live in the shack outside the mansion, not on the grounds. I'm not a witch. That's crazy. Is this a flash? Well, no. I was gonna say, like, this is where she got the idea of, like, calling him, the white-haired girl witch, like, saying Jacopo said it to her. I was wondering if she got that idea from this writing, but it sounds like, this definitely came out after their conversation with, him making, Moo to try to talk to him, the white-haired girl personally, so, just came up on the spot. That's crazy. But why does the handwriting look like mine? Wait, what the fuck? It's just coincidentally similar. Okay, that's weird, actually. Like, bloodlines? Bloodlines? So, okay. I'm trying to think in terms of the other games, like not the other games, the other door chapters. I mean, we had like the first family, the flaxen-haired family. That's been cemented in my brain so long I don't even remember what their surname was. Like they were like European, and then the second door chapter was the Japanese like crew member of a ship. So like many different bloodlines, just people who just like, for those who just dwell in the house though, right? Did I read that right? We must lay bare those of sin upon their souls, the redemption of those whom are pure. Should ye mean not dispel your curse, we implore of you, O witch, to mark with only their bloodlines. The blood of the sinners flows through those who dwell within this house, but not I. Mark it with only their bloodlines. The blood of the sinners flows to those who dwell within this house. Like, a curse of, like... Is it literally just, like, people who've been cursed by the witch's curse, like, who then, like, somehow find their way to this house? Or... is it literally just, anyone who decides to stay in this house actually, like, it's cursed? But the house, like, actually transfers all the way around the world, actually? It just must mean, like, a cursed place in bloodlines years and generations ago, and then that keeps coming up and popping up again and again for these families. But if, like, these bloodlines are so spread out as it is, then what kind of situation was there where a Japanese man, a European family, or maybe some descendant of both of them, like, literally were in the same room and got cursed, or, like, they were individually cursed, and then they way later on, like, their families then and their descendants were almost called to the house itself and, like, enacted, like, this tragedy and, like, curse onto it. It could go either way, honestly, where the house actually curses the people occupying it, or the reason why the people go into the house in general is just because it's their bloodline cursed and nothing else. And the white-haired girl is always here. There's a part of me that doesn't think that... no, I don't think, honestly, she is the witch. There's a part of me that weirdly just thinks, nah. My contrarian brain just says, nah, must be someone else. Must be someone else, honestly. There's someone else living in this mansion that just teleports all the way around, an immortal being. Does that mean our maid is technically the real witch? Okay. She's always nice and polite, but we already seen this chapter, like, someone can just not, like, fit the facade. You know, we haven't seen any cracks of that. Most of that are probably because, like, the maid is telling all the story to us. Like, every single one of these stories, like, is told to us, so there might be an element of, unreliable narrator. Like, even if it's not just because of, like, she's actively trying to deceive our character, Mr. or Mrs. They Is You, that, like, something else is going that's, like, as again she mentioned before, there's some stuff that she doesn't know that happened in the stories, and just from that mirror as well, the mirror scene entirely, there's some stuff which you're stopped from knowing, or maybe she just can't know, or, like, can't talk about in general. It's all intriguing. It's just coincidentally similar. No one's handwriting is perfectly unique, after all. Why am I so sweaty? It's not that hot down here. I'm not afraid, no. No, forget, didn't see a thing. Repress, forget, beam! Not a chance it's real, just a tasteless prank. This is silly. There's something in this box. Is that a painting? Has always been here? The painting? From the very first door? Huh? White hair, fair skin. Is this Madame? But then, why is the face all torn up? This is probably from, what was it, Nelly, like, breaking the painting. It's that same painting, isn't it? Wait, no. This is a different painting then, like, no. Because the painting Nelly had was literally just, her and her brother. So there's another painting of her? Her clothes look really old-fashioned. The painting seems worn and faded too. Something about it feels off. I'm not sure to describe it. It's very creepy, unsettling. Those are the words. The writing on the floor in this painting. What is with this house? It's just a painting. Nothing to get weirded out over. That should be another thing entirely if, like, the tragedy for this house, like, the tragedy isn't even really for Jacopo and, like, the white-haired girl, like, what was it, like, it's literally actually Maria's this time, but she's, like, doing a lot to, like, have it mitigated, like, away from her, from how she, like, grew up, honestly, but it's still gonna come back around to bite her in the ass. Like, one of those, I guess, either, like, self-fulfilling prophecies, I guess, or, like, which, honestly, I still am, a bit just spiteful a bit over still, even thinking back over it, or just, I guess, karmic stuff, but, like, yeah, like, Marie definitely doesn't know about any of that, based on all this. It is a painting, nothing to get weirded out over. I didn't know what happened. Jacopo probably slashed up in a fit of jealousy. He is a simple man, after all, so this probably wouldn't put him in the best mood. Just casually take the painting up. Hey, Jacopo, look at this! Look at this painting! What was that? Is someone there? The door is open? Nobody's there. Yeah, again, even like the maid, like showing of the entire like place of the house is just like now let's let her be in that like little shack for months at a time and like not say anything. We know Maria's bad, but like now we'll let them go do their own thing. What's this? A painting? Who could let to hear? Is that me? Why? But my face, it's been cut. No! Why? Someone had this painted just to do this. Who would who would do such a thing? You're like a witch, my dear. Like a demon. Your very presence brings misfortune upon others. You're cursed. No, I'm not. I, I, I'm not. Was it you, Jacopo? Did you, did you have this painted so you could destroy it? Do you really despise me to that extent? Why? Why do you? What did I ever do to make you hate me so? Why? Why? I, all I'm doing is waiting for you. You worthless tramp. Those ears only for show? This house has no need of a garden. I always thought you had at least some sense of taste. Silence. It's all your fault. Every last thing. And say goodbye your freedom. I'll kill you. Does the mere act of waiting impose upon you? Does my presence pervert you? Would it be better if I were gone? Would it be better if I left this mansion? If I left you? I don't think I can wait much longer. No end in sight. Can't take it any. There is no end. No. Well, I will set a deadline for when I give up waiting. The product you pour your heart and soul into is complete. The railroad opens. I'll be finished waiting. And it's over. You're talking about the day before it opens or the day after? You just give it the same day it happens. Oh boy. The Pacific Railroad's last spike ceremony was drawing nearer by the day. That day was coincidentally the deadline the two of them had set for themselves. Jacopo to confront his wife, and the white-haired girl to wait for him, to give up. And as the day approached, she continued to write letters. She wrote the letters purely by force of habit, despite having been worn visibly thin. I expect that she could not stop. The act of writing was all that kept her from going mad. By focusing her attention on another person through her letters, she was able to maintain her grip on herself. But that day would put an end to her suffering and despair. When the railroad was completed, all the misunderstandings would be cleared up. They would return to the smiling, happy couple they had been when they were first married. The harsh winter would finally come to a close, melting away into the past and allowing them to step into the future. With constant prayer in my heart, I impatiently waited the railroad's opening ceremony, and just watched it all happen. I did not, after all, wish for anyone to fall into any kind of misfortune. And that goes for you as well, Master. Why isn't that one capitalized? Now, Master, the door is soon to be shut upon this era. Are you prepared to see what happens next? I swear to God, if someone gets on the train tracks and gets killed that way, I swear to God, I will lose my mind if that happens. I'm just saying that right now. I will lose my fucking mind. You have no idea. I see. Very well. Then allow us to make our way to that final day. See with your own eyes, Master, how this tale concludes. And please, don't let go of my hand. You don't want to be underneath the rails, do you? It's the dawn of a new day. The night before the opening ceremony, the master of the house headed for his wife's shed. With tension in his face, but surety in his step. He had found the resolve to speak with her. Having locked her away for so long in the shed like a common prisoner, Jacopo was hardly optimistic about what she might say to him. He had undeniably mistreated her, and had said heartless and cruel things to her, and even gotten physically violent with her. His actions were inexcusable, even if they were a response to her infidelity. I would say it's kind of almost a tiny bit worse, honestly. Of course, the very infidelity which had driven him to such behavior had in fact taken place, had not, but he was unaware of that. There was a chance that they would never reconcile their misunderstandings, and that this predicament would not have a positive resolution, but he still clung to a tiny fragment of hope. He wanted to start over with a white-haired girl, to make a new future with her. With a desire burning strongly in his heart, he stood before the door to her shed and called out. Are you awake? It's me, Jacopo. May I come in? I won't hurt you. I will not raise my hand against you again. I swear to you I will not do no harm. I just wish to speak. I would like to have a calm, rational conversation. As such, I will not enter your room until you have given me your permission. So may I please come in? You won't even give me a response? Alright. Considering how you must feel about me, I shouldn't be surprised. Fine, then you don't have to let me in. But please at least hear me out. Do you remember the day, after we were met, we went on our honeymoon? If you even call the little walk we took a honeymoon? I bet she's not even in the room, honestly. I was unable to do anything nice for you then either. Or Maria, did something else. She kind of knew that he was going to come over and do this. Some, even more measures. Because a classical thing in drama fiction is to, not say what the plan is until it's happening. Because, usually if they have a plan and they don't say it, it just means the plan worked. But usually, if they say what the plan is, something goes wrong with it. Almost every single time. Works for drama, fiction, and writing. Even when I try to write my own things, that makes sense, honestly. You just see him, hear the plan out, then see how it spectacularly fails, honestly, ahead of time. I wasn't able to do anything nice for you then, either. I had no experience, no idea how to interact with an upper-class woman like you. I didn't know what I should do for you. Yes, I know, that makes me sound juvenile. I have a tendency to say things I don't mean the more perturbed I get. I'm sure it's the things that hurt you numerous times a day. However, the photography shop, we saw the phenicistoscope. He smiled for me. I was genuinely pleased in that moment. I felt like I'd gotten closer to you. I very much doubt that was actually an appropriate present for a noblewoman like yourself. Jewels or flowers, something like that. Something beautiful would have surely suited you better. I knew that, but I assumed you would have been given gifts like that countless times in the past year. You, after all, a beautiful woman. And not one to have to compete in the same field as those other men. I want to be special. No, I want to be unique to you. No one had ever shown you anything of this sort before, had they? Frankly, I wasn't sure if a woman of your status would take any interest in a phenicoscope at all. I imagine you're throwing it out by now, but I choose to believe you used to see the lights on that day. Wait, did you pack it into the shed with her, or no? That, just for a moment, I caught your eye. Even if you start seeing other men afterwards, that moment was real, wasn't it? Our marriage was at its core nothing but an arrangement between our parents, an exchange of money and influence. That was how it began, but that day I loved you. I yearned to see you smile as if I had loved you my entire life. The Pacific Railroad has finally been completed. That's a product I've been funding. Everyone thought it was crazy, but a railroad now stretches across the breadth of this country. The joining ceremony will be held tomorrow. It's going to be a grand event. Locally, they're planning on doing a gun salute. A gun salute? Oh my god, so many things are coming to place now. And the sound of the last spike being driven into the ground will be transmitted across the country via telegraph. I have procured a telegraph, so we can listen to here in the mansion. In your condition, you would probably have trouble handling the crowds at the telegraph station. But here, you could celebrate in the comfort of your own home. Comfort? That's what I'm saying is, I want to celebrate with you. I made arrangements to make that possible for you because I wish to have you there with me. Would you be willing tomorrow to celebrate the completion of the Pacific Railroad with me? Would you be there at my side? Please say something. I want to start over. I know very well what I've done to you. Like, honestly, all of this is like almost like perfect, almost like I'm it's an apology, I guess, like to explain things, anything like that, but I don't even know if she's there, like whether or not she left on her own accord, or I mean, it's the day before it happened. The day before it starts to happen, I guess, so. Oh, that'd be actually kind of like sad, actually, that I'm like she doesn't die like in this entire thing, even though it keeps foreshadowing it. She just leaves in the first ever train and goes somewhere else in the country. That's actually way more sad. I want to start over. I know very well what I've done to you. You may be at fault yourself, but what I did is unacceptable. But what I did was a consequence of my overpowering love for you. That's obsession. I swear it. Why? Why you not answer me? It's also kind of funny they also like bring up the obsession term. God damn it. Say something. Anything. Please. Please. You can hear me in there, can't you? It's all soundproof and you've just been talking to nothing else the entire time. She can't even hear you outside the door. If you don't want to, you can just say no. If you do reject me, I'll set you free. I won't hurt you, I promise. The door's not locked? Who opened it? Hello? Oh god. Never mind, that wind just changes everything, honestly. Is this a Doki Doki Literature Club situation now? God damn it. A humid spring breeze brushed against his cheeks. The drawn lace curtains appeared to glow in the gentle moonlight. The white-haired girl was not in her room. Okay, that's a bit better. Unless, she's hid somewhere. Oh no. Where have you gone? Stupefied, he glanced about his wife's chambers. To my eyes, the neatly organized room appeared no different than any other day. But to his eyes, it was pale and hollow. The one who was supposed to be there, who was supposed to be waiting for him, was not present. He could not hear her voice or anywhere in the shed. In its place echoed a dry rustling, a sad, pitiful, empty whisper of a noise. It came from the lone objects left abandoned atop her desk. The phenakistoscope. Well, you kept it. It was the one present Jacopo had ever given the white-haired girl. A toy made of paper. When spun and viewed in a mirror, it created the illusion of a man and woman dancing. You still had this. It's ridiculous as soon as you'd thrown it out. The white-haired girl had evidently made considerable use of the phenakistoscope. The paper was visibly worn and tattered, warped in places, and had even begun to yellow. It spun slowly in the wind, rustling, and rustling, and rustling, spinning in an endless reminder of that day the year before, though there was no longer anyone around to look through it. Why, but you were with other men. Why would you keep something I gave you? So worn. Why? A letter. Beneath the ever-rotating phenakistoscope lay a single sheet of paper. As if drawn to it, he scanned the contents of the parchment. It was a letter addressed to Cara mio Jacopo. The salutation, written in his native language, translated as follows. In his language. My beloved Jacopo. Did the fruits of your dream turn out as you had hoped? I'm sure it was wonderful, impressively fast. A train that can travel across a continent as large as this is like something out of a story. Why though? There's a lot of spaces. I'm immediately suspicious. I wish I could have been there to see it. I'm sure it would have been quite pleasant. By the day you gave me the Fennicus wheel. Am I being presumptuous? Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I thought I would keep waiting for you forever. No matter how much you hated or ignored me. But I made up my mind, so I'm sorry. I decided I would wait for you until the railroad was completed. I foolishly thought that you might invite me to the opening ceremony. It seems I'm not good enough for you. I'm gonna take my leave of your house, so you needn't concern yourself with me any longer. However, I do have one request. Why is there a stain here? Please do not forget about all the letters I wrote. Think back on them from time to time. Do not burn them all. They contain my thoughts, my feelings, my words. Record of my love for you. Remember when you can that I was always watching you. I'm sorry I'm having trouble writing. My ears are ringing. There's a voice whispering to me, calling me a witch. Maybe it's your voice. Visions blur. I'm not even sure what is going through my mind now. I'm sorry this is all I was able to write for you. I'm truly sorry. I'll leave the Fennicus wheel behind. It was my dearest treasure. Farewell. I loved you. 5/8/1869. What? What the hell is this? He was visibly rattled. Like, Jesus Christ. That means Maria left the door unlocked so she could just leave. Unless, well, how did she hear? Did she hear that from eavesdropping then? Huh. And unsurprisingly so. The mention of the Transcontinental Railroad's opening ceremony, the letters she had written, her dearest treasure, professional love for him, above all, the mangled text that appeared to have been written by someone not entirely in their right mind. Yeah, I was trying to think that during the letter, like yeah, the spaces honestly, it's almost sounded like I was thinking of a meteor, like another thing of like Maria like chaining it, but no, it doesn't seem like that quick and easy. But like, if even Maria saw this letter, she would just keep it there just to make it even worse for Jacopo, honestly. That also mean that if like Marie did see this letter and just left it there for Jacopo to read, she would probably take consideration of him like going to talk to her and maybe attack her, but like since he doesn't really like he already probably has plans for that in mind as well. Everything about it started to amplify his befuddlement. You waited for me? How can that be? The joining ceremony's tomorrow. It hasn't happened yet. Why? Why'd you leave then? I'm here. I came for you just as I planned. The ceremony's on the 10th. A second later, Jacopo gasped. The date written in the letter was the day prior, May 8th. Originally, the ceremony was planned to be held on May 8th, 1869. However, due to bad weather and labor dispute, had been postponed for 2 days. Well, that explains everything. This can't be. I made sure you were informed. I had Maria. Madame is having an affair. Maria, no, you couldn't. Scattered fragments of memory began coming together in his mind. Hey, epiphany time, Maria was the only one who informed him of his wife's supposed unfaithfulness. And though the letters had not been addressed to him, thinking back on it, they had all been about him. In one letter, she mentioned treasuring a gift. Jacopo had sent meant a gift from another man, but in fact referring to the phenakistoscope sitting atop her desk, still spinning in the wind. At long last, he finally made that connection. At the same time, he realized the only person who could have altered the letters was someone they both trusted, Maria. Never. She never even once betrayed me. She was not unfaithful at all. She waited unwaveringly for me. And I refused to believe her. I caused her pain again and again. But his realizations came far too late. The white-haired girl's spirit had broken, and she was no longer in the mansion. Had he caught on to Maria's machinations sooner, things would not have turned out as they had. But he was much too late. Maria, why? Why would you do this? Clenching the letter from his wife, Jacopo stormed out of the shed and searched for Maria. I'd be even more surprised if she's around here, honestly. But she was not in the room assigned to her. Where are you? Where have you gone? Maria! Several maids were roused from their slumber by the racket, but no one had the courage to speak up as the master of the house frantically charged through the halls. Eventually, he arrived at his own chamber. He was certain he had closed the door before leaving, but now a silver of light shone through the gap between it and the frame. From within the room, he thought he could sense someone's presence. When he opened the door, there he saw, comfortably perched upon his own chair, a woman. I've been waiting, Jacopo. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Jesus Christ. Nice dream you got here. I want to sleep in it now. Oh my god. You're dead. Oh my god. Jesus. Though I guess it's only natural, you being the man of the house and all. All these fancy furnishings. You do know this stuff's too good for you, right? Oh, and then me, I get that barren little maid's room. Is literally just like she did all this mostly just to had the whole mansion to herself? Or like a take? like, what was his before? Ah, it drives me up the wall. So, hey, Jacopo. Oh my, what the fuck is music? Clear the air with your little lady yet? Maria! It's like a regal, honestly, like a theater set here in your own room, god damn it. If this is literally your room, my god. I love that look in your face. I guess you didn't make things better then. Aw, so sad, boo-hoo. Playfully wipes a fake tear across away from face. Oh, it's so sad. Oh god. You know good and well that she's not even here anymore. Well, yeah, but I still want to hear you say it, you know? I want to hear from your own mouth that you couldn't keep a leash on your woman, so you locked her up, drove her mad, broke her down, and she ran away from you. Go on, say something. Climb back in your high horse and start shouting like you always do. Why, Maria? Why would you do this? Why? Why do you think? Oh, no. Because I fucking despise you. I've been thinking, trying to figure out how I want to end things, but then they just fell apart on their own. The fates are smiling down upon me, I guess. Nonsense. She's waiting for me until the day of the joining ceremony. I was gonna see you that day. You knew the ceremony had been postponed. That's what you get for putting it all. That's what you get for putting it all in my hands. For thinking the only one on your side. What, did you think I'd just tell her like a good little maid? Not a chance in hell. I mean, talk about some fantastic news for me. You both had the same day. We got the dates different. Oh, it was absolutely perfect. Maria, is that... Have you always felt? How long have you held this grudge against me? How long? How long? Again. How goddamn dense can you be? Oh, must be nice living your own little fantasy road to Capo. I'm just, again, like, did it happen, like, when you just went over, or, like, you didn't plan anything out when you were kids? It didn't sound like at all. So, like, what changed your mind and heart all so much? Again, was it literally just something that happened overseas or anything? Was it something that actually happened in the flashback memory that we saw, that she was like, oh no, you disgraced me for the last time. No, we can't have that. There was nothing in there that seemed like that. So either must have something happened, like it was really she changed after they last left as kids, in which she like left the country, or it was always there from the beginning, yet somehow just played his own feelings for the long game for so fucking long for some reason. You are pretty very patient, I'll say. Very, very, very patient. I'll give you that. Must be nice living your own little fantasy world, Jacopo. And this is the next Camo Famiglia? Oh my god, my sides! So you've always hated me? Well, at the very least, I fucking loathe you since the minute we had a reunion. The reunion was the reason? At first, I did try to convince myself that you had your reasons. Didn't make it feel any less unfair, though. You had all your money and all your power and everything else you stole from me. Stole? And you go and get hitched to this pretty little lady. Was it like just fucking jealousy, honestly, the entire time? Oh, don't try to act like you're the victim here. This is all on you. Do you have any idea how I felt? If you don't say it, then it's kind of your fault. Oh, fallen from grace, made your goddamn maid, having to suck up to you. Do you have any idea how infuriating that was? It's kind of on you, actually. Or did you think I didn't know anything? Did you think I didn't suspect anything? Suspect what? Oh, if you did, then you got your head way up in the clouds. So you're motivated by your grudge against my family? The Berzattis? Oh, precisely. That's exactly it. Your father wanted so badly to be the Camo Famiglia, wanted so badly to be in power. They murdered my dad and grandpa as kids, then, like, again, okay. They say it was a carriage accident. The ground was all torn to hell where it happened. Oh god, never mind. Like, okay, so like, literally is your motive, like, all in all, legitimately just sins of the fathers? That's literally all it is? Like, even if you don't think that I'm, like, Chicago had anything to do with it, you're like, he's part of the family now, like, his honor, like, his dad's honor legacy is being carried down through him, we can't have that, oh my good god. I've been seeing that trope come up more and more. A lot in Gargoyles, honestly. God damn it. And again, oh my god, that's definitely the one trope that actually gets into my skin a lot. You want to tell me what kind of carriage accident caused it to explode? I mean, a carriage that's newly with powered by horsepower. The oil horses. As soon as my dad and grandpa died, your dad took over as Famiglia. The balance of power in the factions began to change. My family, anyone ties the Campanellas, was either exterminated or exiled. The Berzati took control of the city. My grandpa's Koska became your Koska. In the right mind would be naive enough to think the Berzati didn't have a hand in that. The great Campanella family, bitten by their pet dog. Except the dog had rabies. The result, in time, that lush, historic land will wither away and die. My dad and grandpa, buried in that dried up earth, are screaming in their graves even now. You can't prove me wrong, can you, Jacopo? Oh, and now, first in line to be the next Famiglia is you. Oh, his precious son. Naturally. So from the sound of it, like, she waited to, like, make sure, like, oh god, the second she heard it, like, reunite and learned about the whole thing with the Famiglia thing, like, he was gonna be the next, leader and organizer, she then just grew completely spiteful. Everything before that was completely fine, though. It was just only this. That's actually an amazing parallel. Like, the situation's almost kind of reversed. Like, both Maria and the white-haired girl, it was the exact reverse thing, honestly. If Jacopo thought like she was fine at the beginning, and then started to love her, and then like at a certain point, she seemed to flip and like betrayed him. But then it's kind of what was actually on Maria's side actually instead. Feels pretty good, don't it? Sorry, my family, leaving us to wallow in the mud. Well, you live here like a fucking king. Because of what your family did. I don't have a home to go back to anymore. No house, no prestige, I have nothing left. That's goddamn outrageous. The Campanellas are supposed to run that city. But instead, you filthy Berzati curs are crawling over like some kind of infestation. I am a legitimate Campanella. I'm stuck being your goddamn housemaid. If I had been born a woman, I could have become the Famiglia after my dad and grandpa died. But because I'm a woman, I couldn't retaliate. I just in my own hands and watch a tragedy unfold. It was absolutely miserable. So I had to make you suffer as well. Had to make you had to make you twice as miserable as I was. You had no reason to hate anyone but me. Oh, you had no reason to hate anyone but me? Why did you make her a part of this? She went on for so long, oh my god. Did you have some grudge against her too? No, particularly. Actually, I rather liked the Madame. Sweet, pretty, kind-hearted, timid, and fragile. Trusted every word I said. Actually, be another twist in the knife, honestly. She actually she actually gave money to help her run away, actually. Oh my god, that'd be a twist in the knife, actually. She was only betraying the white-haired girl, honestly, just in the marriage, honestly. Everything else, she was completely fine with. She was her friend. That's the one thing, honestly, that she did not like and betrayed her, honestly. Only that. That would just be, oh. She trusted every word I said. A splendid little toy. You thought of her as your toy? Now, can you really call me out for that? Oh, you can't. You have no right. You never cared one bit about anyone else. We're all footstools to you. It's a little too late to find yourself a sense of morality here. This whole thing, it could have been avoided if you two had just a single conversation. Oh, but instead, the both of you came crawling to me, saying, "You're my only ally, Maria." How dense can you be? Of course I thought you were my ally. I trusted you, as I'm sure she did too. Then you should get your eyes examined, because you can't see a goddamn thing. Maria. Oh my god, it was beautiful. But you two blindly trusted me, creating your own misunderstandings and causing your own pain. How you could never seem to get on the same page. Watching it all fall apart. Maria. Is that everything? The extent of your grudge and all you did? Yep. That's everything. All that's left is for me to kill you with this gun you gave me. Oh, hi, yep. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Hold still now. I wouldn't want to miss. Okay, she actually looks like, in this pose, she actually, like, fits exactly of what I would assume, like, a femme fatale trope would actually look like, the archetype. Like, oh my god, she's a spitting image of it right here. Oh my good god. Maria, you... Does her past mean nothing to you? Was that oath just an empty promise? How could it when you remember so clearly? Okay, fine. I'll explain it for our little romantic boy. Almost romantic. Bad grown-ups will even take advantage of good memories. It's time to finally return this to you, Jacopo. That cartridge you gave me, happy with your disgusting sentimentality. Killing you ain't the end, though. All you Berzati curs. I'll send every last one of you straight to hell. My revenge has just begun. Even if you had been a man, you wouldn't have been a suitable Camafamiglia. You should have aimed between my eyes, Maria. Capo. Oh, Jesus. Why? Why? So can we also say that Maria was also a bit cursed too? Did I get that right? In a panic, I pulled the trigger, and from the barrel, a bullet went flying, quite literally, right between her eyes. Would anyone ever believe me if I said this wasn't how I wanted things to turn out? After everything, probably not. Yeah, because even after all this, like, it's one of these weird feelings where I'm, again, like, the best person here, honestly, was the white-haired girl, honestly, and even, like, sympathy and all that with, you, Jacopo, like, honestly, it's kind of all your fault anyway. So many different things, in so many different ways, it was all on you, even if, like, again, it was only Maria who told you all this. It'd be another thing entirely, like, oh god, that'd be another thing entirely if, like, she manipulated other people to say, like, and, like, mentioned and before, like, all that, like, she actually got someone to say exactly what she's been saying, instead of, like, almost implying it to Jacopo, like, how she did with the perfume and all that, like, almost imply it. It'd be another thing if, like, it was more than one person actively telling him the same exact thing she was saying. Like, at that point, it'd be completely understandable. But it was only implications upon implications, nothing else, honestly. if like more people said the same exact thing, or like you can't think of any other way from even multiple different people and multiple different ways how you looked at it, then yeah. Uh, uh. To be honest, I don't even have a grudge against Maria entirely, honestly. Just from all that. I mean, because of the sound of it, actually, honestly, she probably, like, her grudge was that big that she called, like, even, like, the white-haired girl a toy, just because, like, her association with him, honestly, and even, like, probably thinking the arranged marriage, like, some capacity as well. Honestly, I don't really feel it mad against her at all. She didn't really cause anyone else harm except for to Jacopo. Well, except making the white-haired girl, like, heartbroken. Besides that and nothing else, like, the sound of it, like, unless there's, like, something I'm forgetting or missing out, besides the entire thing with, all of that, of, her, like, making him, like, the white-haired girl's, like, living situation, like, worse, honestly, through all that. Like, by, just mere association, like, it sounds like she's trying to keep him, like, the white-haired girl comfortable, even outside of everything happened, living inside a shack, and all that. Like, it's still a twisted thing, but, like, that's how I'm technically seeing it right now, honestly. Because, again, like, she only just did implication, just let them sort it all out, like, I'm not, it might be just because, like, she, like, someone can come along and just explain it in a better way than, me did worse than what I'm probably, like, actually personally recognizing it here, but, like, it's hard for me to get that mad against her, honestly. I'm just more annoyed at Jacopo, even though there's a tiny bit of sliver of sympathy there, but not too much. Like, even when the very second we realized that Maria honestly was a villain, and, like, it did come as a shock to me, because it kind of almost came out of nowhere, at least for me, from what I could see. Because even how she talked, honestly, it sounds perfectly in line with the role. The sort of, like, the actress putting on. Like, almost perfectly. Completely. It's kind of hard to sense, like, anything outside of that to be, like, outside of Against a Grudge to Capo to be that malicious, but who knows? I might be just not recognizing things which are plainly right there and should be more mad at her, honestly, but I just don't really feel mad against her, honestly, after everything we've seen so far. The rain just keeps on coming. Wonder if we'll be able to go home today. Hey, Jacopino, listen to me. I'm saying there's a somber atmosphere. Just to calm a lady down. Say something, you little wuss. Be quiet. You're gonna give me a headache. But the fucking rain, it should be calming. The lightning's way louder than me. This. You jumped, Jacopino. You're just a baby. You jumped too, and stop calling me that. Don't be scared. Don't oh no. Don't be scared. Don't cry. I am not crying. Your eyes are damp too. It's because of the rain. I'm not crying. Not at all. Not one bit. Liar. There's no end to this rain, is there? I'm fine. If it doesn't stop. There's something at home for me. You don't want to go home? Your parents don't get along, huh? That's got nothing to do with it. Liar. You've got it good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, it makes, like, even like in just, like, learning more of, like, the grudge Maria had against him, everything, it actually makes a lot fucking sense, honestly. The grudge, honestly, much more. That was the one thing it couldn't slot into place, and yet, even when I didn't really know of against her plan, I didn't really even get mad at her, honestly. Not even just the sense of, like, oh, you're doing this even when they don't really deserve it, or like, oh, you caused this mess entirely. I never got that feeling at all. Like, like, she caused, like, all this purposely, like, she was actively, like, doing this without a cause. It didn't feel that way at all. I don't know if that was... I didn't say that before, but like, I never got the sense at all. Like, absolutely at all. Like, even, like, when going through, like, other games, like, it feels like my instincts for that is, like, on point for that. I think there's only been a rare few characters I was, like... Well, actually, even the times I was surprised was mostly just, like, my instinct is right about them, but they just think horrible. But they just think horrible they killed, or, like, did something wrong. Because they were still in line with that personality, which I was instinctually, like, knew about and was thinking the entire time through. I was just surprised at how they took it, honestly. Even though it makes complete sense in hindsight of everything, honestly. It makes complete sense, honestly. Those are the times I was actually shocked. Instinctually, just I wasn't surprised, but, like, how they handled and tackled it. Oh my. But yeah, like... Yeah, if like, the whole thing of Maria, honestly, in her position, it'd be if this entire, like, their childhood, honestly, it was completely genuine. Like, even she mentioned before, like, the reunion, when she found out about everything, that was when her grudge started happening. That makes a lot of fucking sense, because, again, yeah. Like, her dad and grandpa, honestly, like, were, like, literally just killed, honestly, and, like, and now she was, like, forced to be moved away. Like, even against the whole thing of, like, I guess the organization, I guess, itself. Like, like, I guess even the sentimental feelings, it's like, that's my dad and my granddad, like, your family killed. And then, when she is forced to leave away because the Barazatis, like, took over, and then, like, they forced her to go away. And after all this time, you find out that, your best friend growing up is that fucking dense, even though they're literally becoming the next leader for the entire, like, like, the gang, honestly, and they're that fucking dense that hey, your family actually might have killed my parents, and now you're carrying on that legacy still, too, and you still have the gall to pretend we're friends, honestly? Oh my god! Jesus Christ! Oh my god! You got it good. Everyone loves your grandpa. Whenever anyone needs something, they come to him. Now there's a great man. Oh my god. Oh my god, Jacopo, you are... Oh my god. You worthless, pathetic oaf. Oh my fucking god. I have nothing but absolute loathing for you. Oh my god. Tiny bit sympathy, but mostly just that. Oh my god. Huh? How might Grandpa become part of this? Oh, no reason. Again, no wonder. Again, no wonder. Yes, exactly, ... Ellipses. Not everyone likes him. He gets just as much hate as love. Grandpa's not really a model citizen. He's mostly just shrewd. Are you jealous? I'm not. My old man is, though. Huh. Easy now. He literally said it straight out to her, and she's like, how did you not fucking know? Oh my god. Well, your dad's got his good points, too, I think. Like, I don't know. He seems like the kind of man who can accomplish big things. No, he seems a lot stricter than my grandpa. Oh, come on. I don't get you. What are you climbing up for? No reason. I mean, if you don't want to go home, then how about we both go somewhere far away from here? Huh? Once it stops raining, let's get out of here. Head up to the capital, find some work. We can make it work, the two of us. Oh, and we'll bring Nero, of course. If we could. That would be nice. Break free of the city and outdated traditions. Head somewhere bigger, more forward-thinking. If only it were possible. It's all right, Maria. I know you were just joking. Joking? We wouldn't be able to find work anyway. The two of us ran off, we'd be starving in a month. You have to be blind not to see that. Right. Let's go home once the rain lets up. Yeah, once it does. He said that, and then when Maria, like, had her whole family killed and she was still a kid, she was forced to go off somewhere else. He didn't even... Oh my fucking god, no wonder! Oh my god! Jesus Christ! Oh my fucking god! Oh my god, no wonder. But until then, Oh, I know. Let's sing. Sing even louder than the lightning. Then maybe you'll stop crying, Jacopino. I am not crying. Come on, let's sing. La la liro, la liro. That's more humming. Unless you're going for opera. I cannot do a high note or low note for that. Okay, I can't. Maria. I may not put into words, but I trust you understand. I consider you a dear friend. You didn't understand her too much, honestly. Listen to me, Jacopo. My actions were justified. So you knew about it and decided to not bring it up or talk about it at all. Oh my fucking god. You knew about it. I did what I did for the betterment of the city, this land. The Cabanellas are too conservative. Under their control, this country will atrophy. Progress will continue to lose steam. If we don't push forward, we will fall further and farther behind. Before long, you made the next Cama Famiglia. Till the day you will cross over the New World. And establish the Cosca there. Unify us. Bolster us. Make us strong. I'll handle things back here. I won't let the Cabanellas try and strike back. What? You want Maria to... It's dangerous to keep a Cabanella so close by. She has to be taken care of. If you insist. But do not let your guard down. Betrayal is a constant companion in this world. I'll give you my revolver. Keep it on you at all times. Glory everlasting upon our blood. And upon this earth. Wait, this revolver? Is this literally like... Wait, hold on a second. If I'm getting this timeline wrong, that means like this is the same revolver he gave to Maria when she decided to move off to the country, when she actually went somewhere else, or actually went to the New World, America. And yet, it's implying here, Jacopo gave her the gun, and then saw her off into the New World, and then he also left and tried making a name for himself there before being arranged marriage, honestly, there too. Where probably Jacopo's father found the white-haired girl's family, asked about that, and she moved all the way there to America, got married there, and he's been living there for a while. So they're both going to the New World. Maria was both going there, the same place. He didn't tell her that. And then they both lived, like, trying to make their own lives for several years. Then she comes back, learns a bit what happened, and then... Okay. The best I can give you is a job as my maid. If I show you any more obviously preferential treatment, the Berzattis are liable to step in. Money, power, respect. Did you tell her this? Enough authority to not take orders from anyone. I thought if I obtained all that, I would be able to give you your freedom. And her as well. I want to give you both comfortable lives. So you're playing up a sexist guy attitude to everyone else, even when even they were getting uncomfortable about it? What the fuck? What the fuck is your problem? I still remember that early quote where like like even the other guys and business people he talks to, like when he found out how he treated his own wife, they're like, are you okay there, Jacopo? And just giving him side eyes. Even then, that might be around still when Maria was like still back then, like putting all that in. But like, if it was happening like that before, then oh my god, it might still be after Maria started like laying the groundwork of him, her like infidelity and all that. But like, oh my, still Jesus Christ. None of that got through to either of you. Did you even tell that to either of them? Well, he's bloodied now. Why do you think it matters to be fucking straightforward at all times, honestly? You know, there's only a few times where you shouldn't, like, say anything because, like, again, like, it make things worse. Sure, explain that, but put it in simple words to understand. Don't go roundabout like this. Oh my good god. Ah, I hate when people do this so fucking much. Ah, why do people like doing this so much? I keep... Oh my fucking god. This keeps fucking happening in these stories too. Ah! Everything slipping through my fingers. Her love, my friendship, Maria. Both of their smiles. Master! Master! What was that sound? It was 2 gunshots. So much blood. Maria? What happened this time? This time? You keep getting stuck witnessing the worst things. That one person? What? Call a doctor. Someone with tight lips. Do not call the police. And don't make a scene. Got it? If so, then go on. Yes, sir! Alright. Not everything has slipped from my grasp. My money and influence are all that's left. You almost kind of let this happen, unless the whole entire mansion was like, nah, we need that girl, the girl Maria as well, to be cursed as well. We can't have that. That is what you wanted, though, is it not? You sought money and power, no? Aren't you going to go? Yes, I will. But first, I'd like to ask you something. What do you intend to do from here? What am I going to do? Exactly the same as before. There is but one thing for me to do. I see. Will you eventually find solace in your riches? The way I see it, money and power can be your ally, but they can become an enemy in the blink of an eye. If you do not put them into words, your feelings will never make it through to anyone. For like money, humans are not measurable by their appearance. He failed to communicate to anyone what he held within his breast. Just say heart, don't say breast. He was chained down by his place in society, his pride, his relationships, and his own heart. And at some point, he found himself in a position where he was no longer able to speak his mind. After enough time, he likely forgot how to be genuine at all. Or perhaps someone like him simply would not, even if they knew how. In any event, there are many things in this world that cannot be communicated without being put into words. How sad that his tale should end without him expressing how he truly felt. How hard it must have been to never clear up his misunderstandings. Editor Capo's confrontation with Maria, Pacific Railroad was completed, as scheduled. Celebratory cheers shook the new world as the last spike was driven into the rails. Jacopo, however, could not even manage to smile listening to the telegraph. And I'm sure you can take a guess as to why. The people with whom he wished to share that moment with were not there. Shortly following her death, Jacopo held a private funeral for Maria. Then, he commenced the search for the white-haired girl. But he did not do so alone. He hired others to help, did everything in his power to find her, tirelessly searching for many, many years. However, he was never able to locate her. He spent the remainder of his life alone. Money, power, renown, servants. The world around him was always quite lively, but solitude was his only companion. He waited, and waited, and he waited for the white-haired girl to return. The years crawled by, with no family or loved ones to decide to care for him in old age. He died alone. And so ends another door, then. I'll say the Fennekus wheel is being used as a symbol for the story. That was fantastic, actually. The door before you slowly drew shut. You could no longer hear the rambunctious sounds of the men within the den. The faint scent of cigarette smoke, however, lingered in the air. Staring vaguely at the closed door, you know something was amiss. I'm not holding the maid's hand! No! The maid, who had been holding your hand, was no longer at your side. You glanced around, but she was nowhere in sight. Down the corridor stretched only darkness. Not having anticipated this, you were unsure how to react. There's a part of the wonders of a choice is going to come up and it's timed. I was told about that. Oh, this music. What's the matter? You lost? Or are you just trying to take in the sights? Both. A voice called out to you. It was like the maid's voice. Caught off guard, you spun around, confused, in search of the source. Is that mansion actually talking to us now? Where are you looking? Over here. Yeah, there you go. A little more to the left. To the left. Following the voice instructions, you find yourself facing a wall. Hi. You look like you've just seen a ghost. Hey now, come on, don't turn away. Yep, there you go. You got it. I'm the one talking to you. Painting. The voice coming within the painting. Is it going to be Mario 64 time to step in? When you had passed by this wall on your way to the third door, a magnificent landscape painting had been hanging there. But now, the canvas is a deep shade of black, has been dipped into a vat of ink, then framed. Been a while since I talked to anyone. So tell me, you can hear me alright, can't you? Splendid. Been so long since I had a conversation, I was afraid I might have forgotten how to talk. So tell me, who might you be? Oh, you don't know? Well, isn't that quite the pickle? Then how about we have a little chat, huh? You get yourself turned around and aren't sure where to go, yeah? I'll be happy to tell you anything I can. Just ask away. The painting sounded rather high-spirited. Perhaps he's simply excited to have the opportunity to speak with someone. So you decided you would ask the painting a few questions. So these are the choices coming up then. Oh boy. Who are you? Who am I? What is this place? Who's the maid? First question. Who was maid? Might as well ask her that directly. God damn it. But she won't say until you're ingrained your old self. Oh, I see. Well, in that case, if you want to know, you know what you gotta do. God damn it. It's entirely up to you whether you make an ally or enemy out of her. What? There's no guaranteeing she's even right in the head. I mean, yeah, I guess a bit. You never know. Maybe the only one who hasn't found themselves for so long. I guess who are you and what is this place? The one thing, actually. Let's go with, no, what is this place first, then who are you? Ooh, talk about some hard-hitting questions. I'm probably not the one who'll be able to answer that for you. I'm just a painting. My god. Like, it's funny, like, if the mansion is, like, just showing, like, this random person a painting, then, it's, like, it's not an entity for the mansion itself, but, like, it's someone who's been here for a while? And that mirror, honestly, that had, like, a flashback or flash forward to that person, like, a Michelle? And the person, like, just selling furniture? I'm probably not the one who'll be able to answer that for you. I don't have a very deep connection with this mansion, you see. I swear it. I got nothing to gain from lying, do I? It's my regrets that turned me into this. I wasn't summoned here by no one. That said, there is one thing I can tell you. This place summons people. People have ties to something that happened long, long ago. Yeah, I kind of figured that out really quickly. No one knows anything even happened. Just the one witch who cursed them all was like, no, screw these people in particular. I didn't know either. Till she told me. Though I haven't the foggiest how much of it's true or not. I'm assuming the very last door is going to be showcasing that event. Or lead up to it, anyway. Are you here because you're summoned by her? Are you talking about the maid or someone else here? Or did you come here of your own free will to find someone? If you came here of your own volition, you were summoned by her, then mayhaps you'll be the one who can break the curse, or, okay. So who are you? Oh, me? Well, as you can see, I'm a painting. Well, what do you call the painting itself, then? Are you calling it the countryside or the blackness of void? Do you want me to call you Void Man? Wind up as a painting? Hard to say. Like, this is your true form. This is what you always longed to be when you were born and growing up. Like, I always wanted to be a painting when I grew up as a kid. It was my dream, honestly. And I got hard pressed into I tripped inside a printing press and now became part of the ink that's been dotting on the pages now. And now I'm a true painting, mixing with all the paint supplies. All my bones and blood and dust been mixed into paint now, and I made this beautiful painting. Oh my god. Okay. Hard to say. Maybe I was reborn as a painting because I used to really like art. Though there are things I painted that I wish I hadn't. Maybe the regrets what's turned me into this. You know what? I just got reminded of Francisco de Goya's like paintings, like when he painted like stuff on the walls of his own house when he became a recluse in his own fit of despair. The combination of like what's happening in like his own country, his own depression, anxiety, like can you remind a lot of those paintings? I don't remember what all of them were. Like, I know there was some, like there was several of them. I think one was like a battle scene. One was like the famous like Saturn like eating his son painting. None of the paintings were named. And like like that one, like the Saturn eating his son painting is actually particularly striking to me. I remember writing a poem about that, and like I also kind of found out I'm apparently oh god, I just got reminded of like they had a sense of that painting, honestly, because yeah, all the people in that painting were naked, honestly, and it was a weird thing learning about that from a random video, but like it, like, now just thinking about it, now that just came up now, I just really don't like the concept that's like, of being censored just from public consumption. If he literally painted on his wall, he tore it off and decided to put it into a museum, but you literally decided to like paint over those segments because you want to make it palatable to the public eye. Like, okay, yeah, I don't know why. I don't even know why I got to the subject, honestly. Like, I want to be kind of like a thing like that, like being painted on the house, like being part of the house for so long now. I wonder if it's like something along with those lines then. I don't think I had the chance to apologize to him about that. Wait, to him? Other things they would paint, which maybe this regret was turning me into this. Hope I get a chance to apologize to him about that. Oh. Either next door or something else entirely. Okay. Because you make it sound like you weren't cursed itself? Make it sound like it's other people who were cursed by their bloodlines, honestly. Anything like that. Or maybe you were cursed, but you don't know it? It sounds like it has almost like nothing to do with you, based on your jovial talks and responses, honestly. Anywho, no point in getting into any more detail than that. Wouldn't mean anything to you, so enough about me. Oh, right, you don't know anything about yourself. Oh, shame that. We're just going straight along to who am I question. Alright then. A favor for you, since you can't tell me about yourself. If you run into him, could you tell him I really regret what I did? To him? Can you tell me a name, please, too? I know I should tell him myself, but, well, as you can see. Well, I mean, I can just lift you off the wall and take you with me until I meet him. That's a good compromise, right? Just a little pal going through all of this. Unless the maid will not allow me to move furniture around, even though I'm the... Well, as long as we're the master of the house, honestly, for some reason. Look, we've seen that mirror that Michelle was fine with you taking and selling paintings and furniture all around, so why can't we take you along with us? Okay? So like this whole mansion is a museum of suffering anyway, at the very least. But yeah, I'm stuck here. Can't move an inch, so I've got to ask for help. I feel absolutely terrible painting that picture. Ah, no, yeah, the deadline's way past in that one. That's what makes it regret, yeah? Because you can't take it back. By the time I realized, it was too late. He was already dead. He's long since passed away. You think we would talk to him? So, this is like some weird purgatory sense then. Huh? I just give a dead fellow a message? Oh, for all you know, the dead could be wandering these halls too. Oh my gosh, I'm dead? Well, we already kind of figured that out. Being crucified. Unless we are literally just like, either like we're Jesus, honestly, or I'm, someone who, like, was also crucified, honestly. I still remember those lines at the very beginning. You know, all this time. And again, sorry again from, how long I'm taking all this. A lot of different things are happening in personal life, like my room, my car, stuff like that, and, trying to manage a full-time job at the same time. Stress. Lots and lots of stress. So please, if you come across him, tell him I said that. But I didn't mean any harm with that painting. Or maybe you are him. Wow, we're both amnesiacs. I can't even see my own face. Okay. Okay, I thought we actually went to the next question. Okay, so if we are him, then you can tell us like what our name is then, if that's who we are. Just because you don't know who you are doesn't mean you can go around asking other people. Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask, you know, be straightforward. We should have learned that lesson from the last door, too. I'm not a person, you say? Well, no, you're technically right, but I'm not going to know anything about you that you can't tell me yourself. And where I'm standing, you look almost like a walking cloud of shadow. Oh my god, we are a beast! We're the second we're the second gender. Oh my god. I can't even tell you what you look like. The maid who was with you before, did she call you master? Ah, I see. The question is, which era's master are you? How many doors have you been through? Oh, 3 doors, huh? So, how many doors are in this place? There's probably a lot. Oh my god, how many tragedies did we go through then? Ah, oh my god. We went through the cellar. We went through, the garden. And then... Oh god, what was the other place? The cellar, there. That room we just came from, into the parlor, I guess. What, are we gonna go through a door from, living room, a bedroom, and the bathroom? The attic? When will it end? How many doors will we go through? And of those, did any of them bring anything back? Ah, well, it's not an easy thing recovering yourself. Or maybe you weren't behind any of those 3 doors, and the maid is just showing random stuff just because. Yeah, that's gotta be it. That was your first time witnessing those tragedies. Yours is another door. So tell me, how'd you feel looking behind those doors? Was it frightening? Saddening? Heart-wrenching? Well, let me tell you something. You were able to bear them because they weren't your tragedies. Yeah, makes sense. That's definitely the tagline for this game as well, even looking at the Steam page, so that's gonna be something to keep in mind too. The next door you open is yours. Will you be able to bear it? Will you be able to accept your own tragedy? It's one thing seeing others suffering, but your own. If you face emotions you want to keep buried, secrets you want to keep hidden away, the pain you want to forget, do you think you'll be able to accept them as your own? If you can't, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't accuse you of running if you'd chosen to reclaim your old self. Nothing wrong with erasing your memory of something if it was so bad you didn't want to face in the first place. Let it be rewritten as someone else's story. That'll make it a whole lot easier on you. Because you never know. The most unfortunate tale of all may very well be your own. Or perhaps that goes for everything about you. You won't know till you see it? Well, that's true enough. It probably would make a lot more sense, honestly, like our character then sees and starts getting reminded of it throughout. Every time the maid has a little interlude talking to us. That's how we'll know. But I'm assuming we'll only find out the very last part, where the witch is cursed, honestly. Where the witch cursing everyone. Just seeing everything come to fruition finally. Okay. But once you do, there might not be any turning back. Or do you mean to reclaim your old self, no matter the cost? If you do, if you're sincerely prepared to do that, then be wary of the tale that comes next. Any tragedy that seems too beautiful to be real is precisely that. A fabrication. If it turns out you're someone from behind the next door, then perhaps you're my... Ow, let's move the paintings then for next term. Haven't taught that much in a long time. Feels great. And now that I got that on my system, I should be able to get some good sleep. You're probably still wandering in the dark right now, but I really hope you find the outcome you want. It's actually nice to have like this kind of conversation, actually a bit refreshing. Besides a mysterious maid just saying him, come on, next door, come on, next door. And just hold my hand, come on, don't look over there, no, come on, back to this story, come on, I'm trying to show you this. Why are you trying to look away? Come on. It's really nice to be in this conversation, honestly. It's like more calming than anything else. I really hope you find the outcome you want. And I mean that. You can either reclaim your old self, or you can toss it aside. The choice is yours, either way. Now, since it looks like your escort isn't showing up, what do you plan to do next? How about taking a look around the place, since you got a little free time? Could be you come across some things you wouldn't with her around. Oh, right. If you were gonna go exploring, I got the perfect thing. I got a compass for you. Just something to navigate around, or like a Minotaur thread, honestly, a long spool of it, so you can like manage to get your way out of this long labyrinthian nightmare. Old Greek legend. Stick your hand to the canvas, would ya? Okay, I'll stick my hand straight through. Yeah. The painting was still wrapped in an impenetrable darkness, a perfect, all-consuming void. The man had told you to put your hand into it. You. Why not? You extended your hand for the painting. The moment your fingertips brush against the darkness, it swallowed your entire hand up to the wrist. No, not there. Then where do you want... Tell me next time where you want me to put my hand through the painting. What? Is that a no-no spot? Like, what? Is that whole place like where you're gonna keep your, like, own stuff in their painting? What, are we just, like, we're seeing a one-way mirror and we're just grabbing all your personal items back there? Where do you want us to grab? That tickles, a little to the right. Okay, oh no, never mind. Actually, no square. Okay, fine. Oh, okay. As the man in the painting had instructed, you groped around the inside of the darkness. Before long, you felt something hard at your fingertips. Clenching the object, you withdrew your hand. Your arm was still intact. I think we'd be screaming if it wasn't. You spread your fingers, and there, you found a key. Inventory. That's actually really nice. Oh, I love the... I love that kind of style. I don't even know what to call it, that black and white style. I actually want to try to find an artist who actually can do that. I so want to find someone who does that. Oh, I have an interesting idea for, like, an art piece in mind, honestly, for that. But I haven't found anyone who can, like, do that kind of thing. Like a black and white, like, sort of painting like that, with kind of it glowing almost ethereal, and surreal, honestly. I would love to find someone that can manage to, like, pull off that feeling, honestly, in their paintings and their artwork, honestly. Someone that can have that kind of, just surreal feeling. Hopefully manage to find them in time, honestly. That tickled. With that key, you can access the master bedroom. A while back, she tossed it into me. Okay. No, the damn litter bug. I mean, if there's nothing to be on the floor, then might as well put in the paintings then, why not? The paintings will be its own storage spot, okay? Oh yeah, it ain't mine. Don't worry about giving it back to me. However, I bet there's something worth seeing in there. If she felt the need to toss that key, we're going with just only just pronouns, honestly. Do you not know who the person is? Excuse me, sorry. Do you even not know who they are? It's not the maid, it's someone else. Unless you're just being completely fucking obtuse for no fucking reason in general, then. Alright, well, I'm gonna get some sleep. You take care. If you happen to learn my name, come pay me another visit. Should the fancy strike you. Oh, Having said that, the painting fell quiet. In your hand lay a small key. It seemed rather antiquated and vaguely familiar. Silence once again drew over the corridor. You stood there alone, all alone, with no sign of the maid. Time to snoop around. Snoop, snoop, snoop! After considering it for a few moments, you decided to explore the mansion on your own. Yes, yes! Okay, oh my good god, there's so many different things. Let's see, let's go somewhere we haven't been to before. Another fireplace and the entrance. Maybe the entrance later. Let's go to the, another cellar again. Let's go, there's a lot of things. I don't know if, like, there's probably one place to go to, or, like, this is a bit, there's only a few action you take before you get to the right piece, or, like, it just moves on to the next scene already. So let's see, I want to go to the library first, then the entrance. Because I'm pretty sure the den, the den and the fireplace are two different things, actually. Oh, this is the library from, when, Mel was, like, wooing white-hair girl, reincarnation person. The smell of dusty books filled the air of the library. You approached a shelf to examine one of the books, and it collapsed all over you and drowned you in them. And suddenly an avalanche of them came falling to the floor. You got massive paper cuts, and you started bleeding out. You stared blankly at the mountain of books. They'd fallen down on their own, but they showed no sign of putting themselves away. They're asking you to do it. Since no one else is there to do it, you began placing the books back on the shelf. There you go, Good Samaritan. 1, 2, 3, a dozen. As soon as you got them all back up, they all came crashing back down again. Well, okay, that's not my problem then. I tried. You very wished much to implore the maid's assistance, but she did not appear in the area. Pretending you had not seen anything, you made your way back into the hallway. At least we tried. You can't fault anyone for that. Oh, can we actually look around everywhere? Oh yeah, okay. I actually do like the fancy candelabra actually is the menu thing here. Which is something like backing it, so like it's like maybe a black transparent like square behind it or something like that. It's like had the word stand a bit more, especially around like certain backgrounds, honestly, it'll make it stand out and better to read even more. Yeah. I guess like having your like cursor hover over what you want to hear, like making the red flame here, I guess it's enough, but like besides, it's kind of hard to read it, so, I mean, that's how I approach it for designing it. Let's see, for all of these, some of these are places we've already been to before. The stained glass window is definitely the thing we've seen in the mirror, like, just, like, peering through it. So that, in the entrance, I feel like we, like, from the fireplace to the den, we've seen that, going to the first door. I want to go through doors we haven't, like, go through areas of this house we haven't seen ourselves, the character, personally. That'd be the master bedroom, the stained glass window, the entrance, then we'd go through the rest. I guess we'll call for the maid last. I would find it funny if, like, her actual, like, full name, like, Lily is the, like, Lily acronym, like, name is just, like, like, Martha something, AI middle name, then Delexis, like, surname, like that whole thing. I just kind of find it funny. Let's go to the entrance first, though. Then the window, then the window, the bedroom would go from there. You made your way to the mansion's entrance. There was no one around, nor any source of light. Groping through the darkness, you found the front door, which was sealed shut with a heavy bar. You pressed against the bar, but it remained firmly in place. The music just immediately cut out. Okay, this is foreboding. The door did not budge either. It seemed you could not leave the mansion. Burn the witch. Crucify the impure. I'm gonna pack that later. When you made a step away from the entrance, you heard a muffled voice. You looked around, but were unable to determine the source of the voice. Nor could you be sure whom you had heard either. Gave up on finding anything at the entrance, you decided to head somewhere else. But I'm just getting reminded, like, the painting said, like, if you weren't called here, summoned by her, then you might be the one to break the curse, but then that mirror, like, if that person who came, I forget their name, it was something sort of G, I can't remember, talking to Michelle. they were called to the mansion, or they were looking for someone there, or called by her. I'm not gonna say which, honestly, because her and the witch might be two different things. Let's just go with her for now. So, like, if we came here on volition, but it feels like that painting said, like, one person can be able to help break the curse, might be able to. Like, us, if we're not, like, we're technically the impure, and then whoever the person with G is actually is also someone who just came looking here, like, those two people, like, we could either be that same person or not, but, like, we had made no mention of it, of, like, being familiar. Although when we tried telling the maid, it became distorted. So, I guess the time being, let's assume, like, the person we were in the eyes of in the mirror and us are two separate people. And we'll probably find out about that later. So then let's go to the window, then the bedroom. Yep, the same one through the mirror. You approach the stained glass window. An array of pubes arranged facing the stained glass. There seemed to be an air of tranquility about the room. He sat down on one of the pews and stared quietly forward for some time. For a moment, he felt like you were on the verge of recalling something, but ultimately, that memory never managed to surface. Yeah, okay, maybe it lends a little credence to my other theory, honestly. Michelle and maybe us are the white-haired girl or some other version of reincarnation, honestly. Huh. There's now two conflicting ideas in my brain now. Because we're talking to someone who we don't, like, obviously doesn't know about us. He has the notion of, like, if we came here on volition, then we're the ones who could be able to break the curse? I feel it'd be a cool idea, though, if we were the white-haired girls in their reincarnation, honestly. No matter, like, what, like gender we honestly are. It'll be interesting, honestly. It'd actually be interesting if, like, Michelle actually is in their version of the white-haired girl, honestly. Literally another version. I wonder if it, like, it ties to only just specific people, like, I've seen stories, like, just tackle, like, only the women align are, like, a curse, or, like, only the men align a curse, or whatever. There already seems to be a whole thing about, like, tackling sexism and racism through here, so maybe it could be a thing of that. Or the witch, they just put it onto anyone in it. If it was a curse for anyone in the bloodline, then why did it only attach to certain people in the bloodline, then? Is there a reason why it had to be this person at the bloodline, or it's just a curse was like, oh, we can just pick and choose who we want from these family lines to be the next person in the chopping block, like literally just like that, which again just goes into the whole thing about okay, fate. Then again, sins of the fathers, which makes me upset a lot. God damn it. The maid did not appear to be there. Where could she have gone? He decided to resume exploring the mansion. We're just silently looking all the way around here first. Either we have to call and she comes up here, or we have to find her in one of these rooms. Oh, it goes for this room. You insert the key you've been given into the door's keyhole. Ah, I thought it'd be somewhere else. Well, I guess the bedroom is the only place we haven't looked, and it'll probably be the only room we can unlock. Because the rest of it were the doors we can look to see into the past of other people's tragedies. I guess it makes sense. What do you mean, a guess? No, it is. With a twist, the door opened. The master bedroom was shrouded in darkness, much like every other room in the mansion. Had evidently been left unused for some time. The air in the room was stale and forlorn. Master. A voice seemed to ring out from somewhere. Come on, get up. What? Up with you. Master! What? Oh. See, what did I tell you? Okay, this is the whole place of memories. A Fata Morgana mirage, as we can so put it. See, what did I tell you? It's so much nicer in here with a little light. Without warning, your whole world took on bright, vivid colors. Light streamed in through the window, illuminating a well-lit bedroom. A woman's silhouette, emphasize, stood before you. No, wait a sec. Don't you hide under your bedspread. Get out of there. How about, Master? You agreed that I could open the windows. Don't worry, I put the curtains up. If it gets too bright, you can draw them. More than take the best parts of being outside and squeeze them all into the same few hours. You don't have to go inside the sunlight for it to either. Just listen to all the wonderful sounds. The joyous songs of the birds, the swaying of the trees, the rustling of leaves. You tried to call to a silhouette, but did not respond. They're just talking to some random person in the bed, not you. You're not important, dude. Reaching out for her, your hand simply passed through her body. It did not seem to be you that she was speaking to. Perhaps you're looking at a scene from their period of time. The maid just appears out of nowhere like, just stay with me. Don't jump ahead to other doors without me. Oh my god. Am I being as pushy as I feel right now? I completely misjudged you. You're the exact opposite of what I thought you were. Let's see. I thought you were cold and cruel, heartless and incomprehensible. Beginning to get a better idea. You try to put on airs, but you're really rather childish. You have short temper and can be surprisingly playful. What else? You have a pretty difficult personality, too. No, hear me out here. That's not everything. You gave me a chance to talk, and you listened intently. You can be kind of nice, too. Kind of? We agreed that we would live together, not just in the same house, so we got plenty of time to add more to the list. And I hope you can make your own list about me, too. A bucket list? This is just the beginning, after all. We got a long, long time ahead of us. Plenty enough to get to know each other, no? Oh god, it's an arranged marriage deal. Okay. Let's not waste any time, then. What do you say we do something today that we haven't been able to before? Where should we begin? Ooh, I know. We get this place cleaned up. Is it really just only you two? But you also called whoever's in the bed master too, so, okay. Now there's some more actual light in here. We can see all sorts of things we'd probably rather not. Like, dust. The bunnies are just ramping all around and, like, breeding haphazardly all down there. We need a cattle farmer to reel those little bunnies around. All over the place. Huh. When the woman's shadow faded away, the master bedroom transformed back into its old, dreary state. Master, can you say my name? You're unsure how to describe the urge welling up within your breast. You could not say her name. This might actually be our memory? Because now we feel compelled to actually, like, say it. And thinking about it actually now, besides this whole, like, string of choices here, where we can actually, go and, talk and, like, explore the mansion itself, a lot of, like, the other, like, choices we can make are, like, look into the mirror, don't. Reach your hand through the painting, don't. It feels like it feels to me like almost theming of do you actually want to know what happened, or do you want to try to ignore it? Like, will a lot of these choices, like, go to the end of what kind of, like the candidacy we have? Like, we want to know what's going on, we want to know the truth, and then the very end is like how many more of a percentage we have, or like how many times, like, we made one choice of, like, symbolically to try to reach for what the truth is or not. Like, then we, like, fully accept it, or, like, we just, like, make a new life for ourselves. Like, our character, then. Will they move on into the afterlife or not? I wonder if that's what's going on. Makes me wonder exactly how the story is going to end, then. If we are one of the people who've been shamed, or we are some version of the witch, honestly. Because there's one person reincarnated. The maid here, leading us around, showing us things around, is, like, lives for centuries, then why can that be not added to us, then, too?